Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloading on it. Another bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
You almost caught me with my pants down. What is going on, guys? Welcome to our Tuesday Night Reel-Flix Chill. And we had such an awesome response after last time. We had to do a second. And I believe it was your idea to want to do a second one. You were like, eh, we got to keep it going. So here we are. As I said earlier, guys, which is your favorite scary movie? Are you a slasher person? Paranormal? Psychological?
We got an ice pressure.
So we're trying to get the fan going so we can get a little bit more air circulation. Even though we've got this awesome air conditioner, it's hard to beat Mother Nature outside.
Oh, it's probably like 130 in the sun. It's 98 in the shade. So.
Are you telling me that thing finally took a crap on us and we just got it? So as you guys can see, Miss Shannon is joining us again. You see an elbow off to the side there. Cat sounds like she's firing a machine gun at us. Oh, she's muted. Well, I don't know if that fan's muted. That's the problem. So, that being said, right before she gets started again, guys, real quick shout out to our official sponsor, and that would be MLH Distillery, located right here in Grove City, Pennsylvania. Their hours of operation are 5 to 11 p.m. on Fridays, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays. Guys, all the awesome stuff you see on your screen, sorry Spotify, and that you see at the bar, you can purchase right there at MLH Distillery. And on MLHdistillery.com. While you're there, check out their full menu of items. Guys, there is not anything on that list you will not like. Unfortunately, they are done with the antipasto skewers. I'm not gonna lie, my personal favorite is, it's a toss-up between the meatballs and the hot sausage and peppers mixed with the warm pretzel with beer cheese. With that being said, though, they are also a cocktail-style bar. So while you're there enjoying your meal, make sure you try one of their many tasty drinks. You got the old-fashioned, the whiskey sour, the mint julep. The almond joy, kitty cat. They also have rum and coke pina coladas. They also have select beers, wines, and seltzers. And yes, for you non-alcoholic drinkers, yes, they do have select sodas as well. Always a good time, good place, good people. Check them out at MLH Distillery. Here in Grove City, you can also find them at mlhdistillery.com and on Facebook. I didn't say anything to her.
I love her.
Another quick shout out to Snap-on Tools. The premier selection in automotive tools, guys. There's nothing I can say that you don't already know. Top of the line. Thank you, Robin. Love you, buddy.
Right night.
I mean, it's going to be hard to pay attention on here and up there.
I know.
Because this is stuff I 100% grew up. I mean, Miss Amanda Beers. Who would have knew that she was such a bitch, not only on that shit movie, but on but on Married with Children as well.
Of
course.
Marcy?
That's Marcy.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And she was hot as hell in that movie too. I was like, that's her own one and only partial nude scene in Fright Night. You know, I love a good slasher. You know, my favorite slasher is Jason. And this is going to go along with Miss Kitty Cat. You know, she really kind of wanted to push we talk about the protagonist, more the antagonist this time.
I'm getting air. Thank you.
And 100% much better. Hands down, Jason will always be my favorite. There's something about, you know, hey, I love to go camping. I love to go hunting. I love the woods. But, I mean, all of us have been out in the woods at night.
That's the whole reason I run to the tree stand in the mornings.
And that you get that creepy vibe. Hello, Miss Jen. So for me, I mean, yeah, it got kind of redundant. You know, when it comes to, I tried to like, what's a good way to put it? What's the difference between like paranormal and slasher? I'm like, well, paranormal kind of leans more towards the jump scares, but
The unseen antagonist.
really all horror movies kind of, most of them, except for the psychologicals, like your Hannibal Lecter type, American Psycho, you can even say Leatherface. The jump scares were never there. Now, with Jason, like in his early days, yes. I believe I said it first.
She doesn't like running to her tree stand either. She gets a lot of bears. A barn.
But yeah, the paranormal aspect of everything, they do lean more towards the jump. Whereas, like I said, Freddy never leaned on that though. Like, I mean, he was always straightforward. Just, I mean, that's probably one of the reasons why he might be more the king than the others. Because everybody has to sleep, and that's when he got you.
Love it.
Yeah, love you. But Miss,
Yep. Go for it.
I was gonna say Miss Kitty Cats though is Chucky. So one of the things that
You like the Chucky movies? Those were your. Am I not on to there? No.
Unmuting myself. We had this discussion last night. I have two over there.
okay,
Chucky, because it just reminded me so much of a doll that I had before Chucky even came out. So
My baby.
Miss Nancy, yeah. I kept telling her the reason the bugs were flying around her during the family reunion is because they smelled the formaldehyde.
So horrible.
The problem is, can you smell dust?
Why, yes. And then when you breathe it in, it'll give you some kind of internal illness.
Sure. What up, Jason? Hmm.
Woohoo.
Kat absolutely loves when he dresses up like Captain Spaulding. Here is okay. So you said number one was Chucky because he reminded you of the doll. What doll was that? My Buddy.
That's what I was thinking. My buddy, my buddy.
And they also had Kid Sister. What's up, Timmy? Ah, that does feel a lot better now. That's actually. So Kitty Cat, and the other one was.
Freddy.
Oh, Freddy. Here's my problem with Chucky. None of that ever scared me. I mean, I don't know. There's so many doll movies out there. They actually had a movie called Dolls back in the 80s. Ghost House had a possessed clown doll, which I felt like was kind of a ripoff of Poltergeist. But, I mean, literally Chucky's like this tall.
Was Annabelle a doll?
Annabelle was a doll.
There's one of the newest one that just came out, Megan. That's an AI doll?
Yeah. AI is killing everything. Like, did you see the new reboot of Child's Play?
No.
It was horrible. Absolutely atrocious. Basically what it was is, these are AI compatible dolls.
I
Just
feel
wish was
like-
cooler at work.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Dude, I tell you what,
They haven't gotten our air conditioner fixed yet.
I don't think they fixed our air conditioning yet either.
And I oiled the window to make it cooler to reflect the sun, and it's still.
I think this humidity just seeps in everywhere.
Let's put a sheet of metal up and, yeah, it does reflect, but the metal's going to heat. Okay, yeah, sorry. 8th grade science class didn't work for me. Here it comes. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
It has like a cardboard on it, but if you had a reflector,
So we're going to build insulation outside the window. You're basically building a false wall with the aluminum foil, and then you're going to put insulation behind. Yeah, not a bad idea.
Our minds do not work alike. I did some homework. I went fumbling through like what could I remember and stuff like Bloody Mary, and not even from Have a Drink. I don't know which one's that one from.
I've got no clue. Whoa. Anywho.
But also not just like the movie aspects. There were books growing up that I loved to read, and it was yeah, I can't either, Jen.
AI
Scary
ruins
stories
everything.
To tell in the dark.
What's up, Adam?
I don't know if Pat remembers those books or not. The scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yes.
Oh.
One of my favorite from back in school.
Mm-hmm. That was.
There were certain ones they would not, read to us.
Surprised those were in the library when they were taking so many more out. Can't have this in here.
It's not a hairless cat. It's a sewer rat, and it has rabies. The pet.
You found another recipe. 109.
So we're up to 109 on the recipe book.
Lake class. Did we mention that?
We did not.
You're not.
I loved it. Betty White really helped that movie. Like that cast of characters, every one of them were smart asses,
Right.
but she stole it. Because you go from who was she in the Golden Girls? Which one was she?
Rose.
She was Rose. So she's a sweet little innocent, dim-witted.
You didn't do that insane old.
And then you get Lake Placid, and when she turns on, if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it. I was like, Miss White.
I do want to try to watch the another Christmas one.
It's their theme.
Hot in Cleveland. That was like one of the last shows she played in.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to play.
Funny part
I
is, those
see.
weren't even my hands.
Number 4. He's on number 4 what?
On number 4, drinks. So
Oh.
he's at the bar.
Tim says hi. Ray's off camera and Pat.
Give him the thumbs up, big man. Yeah. By the way, we have a cooler full of beer back there. We have to use up. So we got we got our stuff in there and in the fridge. Books. Stephen King was the absolute master.
Yeah. So I have Salem's Lot, Silver Bullet. Did he do the Howling, or was that?
That was the Howling was Joe Dante. No, but like you mentioned it, Silver Bullet. So he did dabble in vampire and werewolves, and of course there was that Graveyard Shift that had to do with the monster that was pretty much half bat.
Was it not the Mist? Was it the Mist?
He did the Mist. I love that because you gotta respect. We brought up Jaws. That unseen terror. Remember that there's something in the mist. The guy, he came running in.
Did they have to have the marble? Like that was the one with the marbles or something? No. There was one boy drew the black or white marble. They're the ones that had to go out to the mist and then it would go away. Or am I?
No, you're completely off. No, that was where he kind of delved into like the sci-fi aspect of things, where he, it was an army experiment gone wrong, and they did a rip. They were looking into other, dimensions. Here's one that should be near and dear to Ray's heart, Christine. When I first watched that, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the main bad guy was John Travolta.
Right.
Because he kind of had that look of,
Sinister. Look.
But thank you, sir. And Christine never really fully scared me. Again, I don't think I ever grasped the whole possessed car. It was just, the car was evil to me when I first seen it. And then, as you go on, you watch it, it was just, they never do really give a full story on why the car was possessed.
Right. Like you'd have to read the book.
I'd say you'd have to read the book, which is one of the ones I have not read.
I wish my car would fix itself like Christine. I would save a lot of money.
But yes. I'm thinking along the lines, though, like, one of the ones that really scared the crap out of me, and he was actually really good at touching on those taboo I guess you could say, here you go, Kat, this is how we'll put the twist on it. The antagonist was Stephen King himself. Because none of it, I don't think any of his movies ever had, reoccurring characters. Like, there were sequels done, but normally by... So, he would touch on those taboo subjects that... I bring up Pet Sematary. What was the tearjerker scene, that one scene that, especially if you're a parent, you cannot stand to watch. When little Gage runs out into the road and dad's right there, he almost gets him. And then of course, 80s, he had to trip and fall.
The priest at the funeral.
He was the priest at the funeral. Another lonely night. I'm not alone. He was, remember Maximum Overdrive? He was the guy at the ATM at the very beginning. Honey, this machine just called me an asshole.
He was the pizza delivery guy in Rose Red. And that is if you will, another paranormal.
Right.
Psyche, the House of Balls. I just love that movie.
I think what makes him one of the masters of horror is the fact that he basically everything he did turned to gold. Like, I mean, he showed he can delve into monster movies, paranormal, psychological, think Misery.
Yeah.
Miss Annie Wilkes. Hey, Kat, who played Annie Wilkes in Misery?
The great Kathy Bates.
I mean, the way she tortured that man. Who could forget the hobbling scene?
And that was in the little clip that I sent.
I cannot. You can't watch that scene without just cringing every time. But like I said, back to the point that I was making, the taboo, especially back in the 70s, 80s and stuff, you didn't kill kids. You didn't kill those, they were always the innocent. So when he did Maximum Overdrive, he had to cut that movie so much because there was two things. The gore factor in that movie was just insane. The original cut, that they said, nope, if you don't trim this down, you're getting an X rating. And no, folks, just because it says X rating doesn't mean it's pornography. Everybody always remembers, if you said rated X, what was the first thing that came to mind?
So it's usually triple X.
Oh, growing up, it was always just, rated X. And then in the 90s, it was like, oh, NC-17. Ooh, my. That was in Late Skinamax. That's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother conversation. The scramble box. Oh, this is a different video, too.
Mm-hmm.
But the scene that really got him in trouble was the Little League scene where the machine goes nuts, kills the coach first, and then the steamroller rolls through the baseball field and starts killing kids. And they're like, whoa, dude, you can't do that. Then you turn around and see Pet Sematary. He did it again. What was it eating? He was eating kids. Like, I mean, he always knew how to tug at those strings.
Right.
And that's why I say, like I said, it kind of goes along with Kat's, the antagonist. Stephen King himself, the writer, was the antagonist in all of his movies because he always found a way to, he'd hit those strings.
Right. It wasn't a physical antagonist. I know what you're saying. I can have it there, like the mist. It was just mist, but it was him working in the mist. And
what else you got on there?
Well, I wrote down, of course, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Exorcist, Sixth Sense.
Okay. Now, if you really want to touch on M. Night Shyamalan, I've yet to see anything of his. No, I take it back. I think there was one movie I did like, and I'm just trying to go. I'm going through all the movies in my head. The Sixth Sense wasn't bad. I like that psychological,
Right.
But you kind of knew something was up. But I did love the twist. I did not see it coming. Bruce Willis was a ghost the whole time.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
For those who haven't seen it in, what,
25 years.
26 years out. Sorry.
So, I mean, it. And then he did The Village. I'm trying to remember the Happening. Now, that was actually pretty good.
That, I really enjoyed that movie.
Well, it wasn't much of a twist though. I mean, it was kind of like, oh, that he did a good job up until the twist is what really killed it for me. When you found out it was the villagers all along. Spoiler alert. Lady in the Lake. I like the happening because it was like nature's way of fighting back.
Yeah.
So, well, no more spoiler alerts, I know.
Stop it. Wow.
Jason put on there. Number 5. I'm on number 2.
Number 1 still. Ooh.
Um,
A little fun fact, and I know Kat will like this. So when I was checking up on the 13 ghosts and stuff, and I was looking those up and whatever, it also had a little for your information thing on there, because I like zodiacs.
right.
So I am a Cancer, water signs, Pisces, Scorpio. They are the most prone, most apt to see ghosts or something up. Most sensitive, how's that?
Here's a gentleman.
Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Your August? End of August, September? So end of August into...
So, I'm a Capricorn. Mm-hmm. So, one of the biggest up-and-comers right now, there's 2 of them. This gentleman, James Wan. For those of you that don't know, this is how successful this man is. Again, this is one of those ones. He directed The Conjuring,
Oh, wow.
Saw, Insidious, The Conjuring 2, Malignant, Annabelle, The Conjuring 4, The Nun, all Dead Silence, Megan.
Oh, wow.
Like look at all the stuff he's done. Fast and the Furious 7, The Curse of La Lorna. All these movies were like successful,
Major hits.
like scary. I mean, he even, he was the one who did Mortal Kombat. I mean, all the stuff that sometimes that director does find that niche. And with him, it is definitely the paranormal. More so like demons. Hence The Conjuring, The Nun, Insidious, all that, And I tell you what, he is one of the true kings of the jump scare. Just ask my daughter when I took her to go see the last Conjuring movie. She spent 2/3 of it with her face buried in my shoulder because she was so embarrassed that she jumped and screamed. She just could not do it again. You got a new hat, buddy. Can't wait to see it, my friend. I will here in a little bit. I have a little something going here, brother. Just you calm down.
Take a look at that.
But here's the ones that, I said mine was slasher movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, let's go to the next guy, by the way. Let's get this out of the way. This guy started off as a comedian. He still is a comedian. He's hilarious. But he, I think, really found a calling in the movies. Mr. Jordan Peele. Remember the show Key and Peele?
So he likes to do the slasher.
Look at, he directed Get Out, Nope, Us, the reboot of Candyman. He was involved when they redid the Twilight Zone. The stuff the guy does, I mean, he has a knack. He might make you laugh, but the guy's phenomenal when it comes to horror movies.
Nice.
So as you can see, he's
Joyride.
yeah.
Candy cane.
But if I don't know, I'm kind of an undead guy. So
Yeah.
I absolutely, you know, especially being born and raised here, I cannot not be a zombie fan. Something I've touched on a lot. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Loved the 1990 reboot of Night of the Living Dead.
The Walking Dead?
I got into it for a little while. And Greg Nicotero actually got his start with George Romero and Tom Savini. So he kind of, you know, that's why his special effects are, especially in The Walking Dead, kind of mimic that of Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. The one that really gets me, though, out of all of them, vampire movies.
Not a fan? Don't
I'm a
like?
huge fan.
Oh, okay.
And I will tell you about one that is a little no. When was the last time we took a break, Sweetness? I mean, we just
We can just go with.
run with it. Would you like to take a break? Everybody's sitting there with food and it smells awesome. We're gonna have to
So-
DoorDash.
Playing right now. That is the top of my, because like I said, I can watch it a million times and not get bored of it.
The Lost Boys.
Yes.
Phenomenal soundtrack. Phenomenal cast. Cult classic. I even liked the.
She's gonna make me piss myself. I'm just sorry, Spotify.
You know, what's fun about Spotify is they're gonna get that image in their head, like, oh, what are we missing?
This cat is dancing for me.
Yes, I am talking to the crowd. We are talking to the crowd, but we're kind of on a subject too. So, you know,
What's your favorite horror movie? Or right now, vampire. What is your favorite vampire movie?
attention, brats. Jason and Jan are actually two really good friends, so it's kind of fun to.
They were the ones that popped in the surprise pop in.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I love her.
But you're kind of being a little bit of an attention brat.
Oh
Love you.
my.
We would love to talk to you. Let's stay on the subject of the night.
You can give him the finger.
She is right now. I guarantee it. We can't see it, but she is.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But she's also smiling at the same time. What does she got? I don't know. I can't see it. I guess we'll get that comment here.
Gay zombie.
Gay zombie.
Movies? That's pointed towards you.
Are you saying is that what vampire movies are to you? Gay zombie movies?
No.
I
I
guess.
think she's doing a dig on you.
Yeah, and I'm just like the master at flipping things. I mean,
Whatever.
so anyways, back to the Lost Boys. I mean, how do we really have to touch on that one? Because
No,
I'm sure anybody that grew up in the 80s, especially the late 80s, I mean, you had Kiefer Sutherland, Diane Wiest, Jason Patrick, both Coreys. Billy Winters, who was coming off of Bill and Ted, or might have been getting ready to go into Bill and Ted. One of the two. I have to look up on that.
I think he was going into Bill and
He was
Ted.
getting ready to.
Yeah. And another fun fact, the long-haired, the Twisted Sister one,
Yes.
Dylan, I think it was Dylan, he played on a soap opera.
what was his name? Herman. He was real big. You know, he went on to do Richie Rich's dad, and
Oh yes, yes.
but phenomenal. Like I said, that movie just had it all. I mean, the punk thing. You know, the punk theme was still going strong back in the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
So they kept with that. You had the rebellious. It was California to begin with. I mean, they just everything they could do. And I think every one of us had the soundtrack at one point.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the things that really stood out to me. Who's the
Sent
next?
you a pic. She sent you a pic.
Oh,
They
okay.
want you to look at. He is the next Indiana Jones, is what she's saying.
Jason, the next Indiana Jones. Okay,
Ah.
I will check it out. Beautiful.
Next on your list, what's
Uh,
your favorite?
My favorite, and it's from a kind of a more lower budgeted
Okay.
Full Moon Entertainment, who, if you look up their stuff, back in the 90s, they were really starting to take off. Subspecies. And I'll tell you what, here's one of the reasons why. Let me go ahead and just pull this picture up for you. The main character, the main antagonist, is Radu.
Radu.
Oop, let's go with images. I've got this box set up in the room right now, Subspecies Vampire. Look at how they did him. They had these really long, like cartoon type.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he had that white pasty. And in the first one, it was a battle between him and his brother for the Bloodstone.
Okay.
And the Bloodstone was a relic. This is how the vampires kept from attacking humans. They said, drip the blood of the saints. So this constantly gave them, you know, their fill.
Oh, okay. So it was a
Radu.
good thing.
So it was a battle between two brothers. You have Radu and Stefan. And I can't remember who plays Stefan. He was actually in a soap opera himself.
Love it.
So Radu is actually the product of the King of the Vampires, played by Angus Scrimm, who played the tall man in Phantasm.
Oh wow.
And he was married to a witch at one point, and they produced Radu. So you got this evil vampire, hence the dark, sinister. And then he fell in love with a human. So here comes Kitty Cat's mom's on here.
Hi, Cat's
Hi,
mom.
Cat's mom.
Thank you.
So they're half brothers. You know, Stefan was the good vampire. You know, he wanted to be, you know,
Keep everything in an even playing field.
yes, he wasn't looking to hunt humans, and so there was a battle of power. It was neat because, spoiler alert, part 2 of the Subspecies movie, Stefan's killed off at the very beginning.
Aw, poor Steffi.
Radu's the one, he was that indestructible, didn't matter what they did. Hell, they chopped his head off in the first one, they found a way to bring him back together. They just recently came out and it looks cheesy as all shit. I have no interest in watching it. They brought back the you know, the two main characters, but it was supposed to be the original telling, like the backstory on Radu.
Okay.
There's your Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Back on again. So
But that is definitely one I can let you guys borrow and watch. I'm telling you, it was
So
filmed.
that kind of reminded me of Nosferatus,
Yes.
was it 50s?
No.
Early
Go further.
30s.
30s, 40s. Talking shit. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
You need to check them out sometime. I tell you what, they're.
Hello. Yeah, so that kind of reminded me of that. Now, you know that guy in Nosferatus, like, he barely had any makeup.
Mm-hmm.
That was what he looked like.
Max Schreck played the original Nosferatu, the silent film.
Right.
And if you really want to see a good version of that, again, I can loan you the DVD. You want to watch, it's the whole movie is only about 40 minutes to an hour long. And the whole thing is done to the music of Typo Negative.
Okay.
So you've got that gothic metal from the 90s and early 2000s. And it's black and white. It's phenomenal. It really is.
Nice.
It kind of really makes it stand out.
Very good.
But yes, that was their first foray into. Basically, it was Dracula, but more along the lines of. What's a good way to put this? More the original idea
Right. Okay.
of what Dracula was supposed to be. Then, of course, you had the 1940s or 50s. I can't remember. It's the 1950s is when Bela Lugosi took over. And here's a fun fact: a lot of people wanted to bash on like the Twilight movies because they don't have fangs. Well, there's been a ton of movies that did where the vampires didn't have fangs.
Right.
Go back and watch the Bela Lugosi, the original Dracula, and you'll see, he just
Yeah.
is exactly what you would not expect Dracula to be like.
Right.
Or I should say, what you would expect vampires to be like. Yes, we're up to Halloween. But if I really had to run it down, yeah, I mean, vampire movies, I mean, I could sit down and watch, I could fall asleep to those. I could sit down,
Underworld.
Underworld was amazing. The first
Kate Beckinsale.
two.
That's a woman I'm in love with. Yeah.
After that, of course, I mean, you get those run-ons and they start getting a little cheesier,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like Resident Evil. The first one, the best. Soundtrack, everything about that was awesome. Part 2 is like, okay. Part 3, you're still in it, and then like the rest of them just really go a little bit too far out there, and they tried to make it too much like the video game. Kitty Cat's enjoying her meal over there, or else she'd be like chiming in on some of this stuff too.
I see her nodding. And
She's nodding her
I
head.
know
She's
the
like, I
parts that
love food.
I know the parts that she likes because she'll be.
I do have to do, I'm gonna talk some shit on talking shit.
Okay.
My jealousy has not subsided, gentlemen. They actually had for I think it was their 3-year. I can't remember how long it was. But their anniversary, they had Miss Felissa Rose
Oh.
from the original Sleepaway Camp. She played Angela Baker. And I happened to just be flipping through. I'm like, wait a minute, why do I recognize? No, you kidding me? So yeah, they actually had her, on the show for a little while.
And I brought a TV series into this, besides like maybe the Twilight Zone and what was the other one? Amazing Stories and stuff like that. American Horror Story.
Never got into them. I tried.
The first one really hooked me, but by the time it got to, I don't even know if they're still making or not, because I got to one season and I'm like, I'm not into this at all. No.
I think that horror movies will always have a place in people's heart. I think people do like to be scared. I mean, there's that adrenaline rush. I've tried to get into some of today's stuff. Like I did get into The Walking Dead for a little while. I tried to get into that Preacher. I tried a couple episodes. I mean, I'd be willing to give it another try. I heard, each one gets a little more sinister, a little more. It left a bad taste in my mouth, that first one. It just, I was having a problem following it. Like it just was weird.
The first one, it is a little, so they do that twist in there. There's, well, spoiler alert. So it's the house.
Right.
like it has a curse on it. So if you die in this house, you're stuck there. You remain there forever. And
But I tell you what, name another decade that had better horror movies or shows, for that matter, than the 80s. So they did do a spin-off of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Nightmares.
okay,
And they actually had Robert Englund, come in as Freddy and everything. I thought they did great. Friday the 13th did a spin-off.
Yes,
But it had nothing to do with Jason whatsoever.
no.
I have no idea how, why, or I still got no. Who would, I mean, but, Twilight Zone. It started off as a TV show, scared the shit out of people, more on the sci-fi end of things, like the suspense, I guess is a good way to put it. Alfred Hitchcock. But there's these little known ones called Monsters. That one had like 2 or 3 seasons. Was amazing. Tales from the Dark Side.
Yes, I did like that one too.
George Romero's little take on, which you got a lot. George Romero and Stephen King will always have a place in my heart for Creepshow. That collab was amazing. So before you had like Tales from the Crypt, you had like.
Oh yeah, you had a
You
ton of
had a-
stuff. Well, even think about it. It wasn't even on TV. It was on the radio. War of the Worlds.
Well, chew your food, hurry up, turn your mic on, and then let's run it.
So
Or we're going to be
Case in
talking about a
point.
third round of this.
War of the Worlds. Like I said, it was all in the movie, and people thought that was for real.
I'm trying to remember the man. Orson Welles.
You know?
Fooled the world.
Yes.
It was like the most elaborate and the simplest prank.
Right.
Back then, though, think of how gullible people were.
Yeah, because we didn't have Google.
No, most of them didn't have TV. Everything they
Right.
heard on the radio, they took to the bank. That was,
Yeah. Used your imagination.
if it was on the radio, then it had to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So sure enough, he comes out there and hey, a spaceship has crash landed in a farm field,
Yes. Yeah.
And the next thing you know, the aliens come out, and then the panic that caused, like people were flooding police stations, and
Right.
there's panic and everything, and then all of a sudden he's like, by the way, this has been a story, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I would love to get my hands on that original, and it's not like we couldn't listen to it
Right. That would be pretty cool.
and sit back, and it just.
That would be very cool.
But what else you got in there?
28 Days
I
Later.
hated it.
You hated that. Cape Fear.
Robert De Niro.
That one was like a woo.
So they've got a TV series out now,
Mm-mm.
Cape Fear.
Holy Nikes.
And what's the dude's name? No Country for Old Men. He was in,
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know the.
what the hell is his name? He was in one of the James Bond movies. I can see his face and now I can't think of it. But yes, they actually have a series out now. And what's going on with that is he went to prison. Now, I'm trying to remember. Now, in the original movie, was he wrongfully imprisoned?
In the beginning? Or he was not even, I don't think he was even charged in the beginning. Like they couldn't get, so they were just trying to move away as far as possible. And
Here we go. There he is. It is the ever famous. Come on, bring him up. Javier Bardem. Patrick Wilson. We all know him from,
right.
everything anymore.
And
Both The
everything.
Conjuring and Insidious. We missed out on something amazing. I would have loved to have met the Warrens.
Okay.
They're the ones that investigated the Amityvilles.
I have that song. There we go, right there.
They still to this day cannot prove or disprove whether they lied about that.
Wow.
Now, something that kind of put it on its head, though, was I think it was about 10 years ago, there was a class that was diving in the river just outside of the Amityville house. And they actually did uncover, because they always tried to figure out how is he able to go in and kill everybody with a 22 caliber. Originally, they said it was a rifle. How is he able to do this without waking anybody else in the house? They found a revolver, 22 revolver, in the river just outside of where the house is. Years and years and years later. So that kind of made them stop and think like, that makes a little more sense. Pop, 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 pop. By the time somebody else, he's already
Right.
made for a great story. The Warrens were the ones to investigate. Basically, all the Conjuring movies were based off of their case files. They also had a museum. It is true. They actually had an Annabelle doll, which was in reality a Raggedy Ann. It wasn't a little porcelain, No, it was a Raggedy Ann doll. But their museum actually was supposed to be stuff that they collected from all their different exorcisms and so on and so forth. They were all supposed to be cursed, possessed. Am I missing something?
No,
Or is she just loving the Killer Clowns from Outer Space music?
I think so. Oh my. So, but then I got to thinking, I went way, way back too. And I got to thinking about, now I'm mad at myself because I didn't write down that, Arthur. The Jabberwocky film. No?
It's kind of like the Slender Man film, Smile, all the stuff they're trying to do. I mean, kudos.
But that was like written way back in the day.
It was an urban myth.
Mm-hmm.
Just horribly portrayed in movie.
The live action in the 80s of Alice in the the Looking Glass.
Okay.
Do you remember that? Did you ever see that?
I saw the naughty one.
Can't with you. But
Naughty.
so it was a 2-series part. My parents actually recorded it off the TV, and I watched that thing, and they had the Jabberwocky Jub Jub Bird in there. They did the poem. I think it was the Caterpillar or maybe the Mad Hatter that recited that or warned Alice about it.
I think today's movies, thank you, sir. They're trying too hard. They have to try and branch out because enough people are complaining. I mean, there's only so many times you can reboot something. They're actually getting ready to redo Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's gonna be a little more Freddy's Origins.
Right.
Now, where it gets fun is, like, think of movies like Smile. That one, I mean, I'm sure you've watched it. Nothing, right?
I know of it, but I never really watched it fully.
I unfortunately did the first one. Terrifier. He started off as a character in like short films.
Okay.
And then became so popular that they decided to go ahead and Art the Clown is now an icon. I don't know how. His movies are absolute crap. the gore is so over the top and cartoonish. And then, spoiler alert, they shoot him in the head in the first one, and he wakes up in the morgue and goes on a rampage again. They felt he was so popular, we're going to do a third one. I did like how they tried to bring back, like, Victor Crowley. What was that one? There is a movie, and I like what he did here because he brought, I think it was just called Machete. No, not Machete. Hang on. So it was played by Kane Hodder, who absolutely loved the fact that he got to be himself. Hatchet.
Okay.
Victor Crowley was the last one. Hatchet 2, Hatchet 3. They were bringing back the original icons. So think Expendables, but put it in a horror version. So, I mean, they had the, can't remember the guy's name, but he was, Billy from Gremlins. He was in the third one. They brought Danielle Harrison. I mean, all these people that were, big names at one point. They were.
She's moving still.
I thought that was outside.
And you said Gremlins. When I watched that, I was quite young, and that scared me. I was actually afraid of this.
Really?
Yes, I was.
I always laughed at it. And it was done so well. Steven Spielberg, good job, buddy.
But I was little, so.
But that also shows that scary can be fun. Gremlins. Critters.
Ugh.
Think of Ghoulies.
So there's an author, and I'm not kicking myself, I can't remember his name. He did a book called Carvings, and it reminded me of Critters. And that book came out before Critters, but these carvings came to life, and they shredded everybody in their path.
There's so much we haven't even touched on.
No.
And we were trying to keep on subject with the whole antagonist aspect.
And we didn't.
And then it was here, it was there. Callbacks. Kat was very silent, even though she has a rebuttal and still thinks the 70s was the best. I can fight that and say I'll rebut that and say the 60s was better. Alfred Hitchcock. Psycho. House on Haunted Hill. We never even touched on Vincent Price.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
Jaws.
Okay.
So Vincent Price, what?
The Fly, the original.
Yeah. But
House of Wax. House on Haunted Hill.
Okay. That's what I remember.
The man just, he knew
He did
scary.
host a show too, didn't he?
He what?
Did he host the show? Was it Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Maybe.
I think it was Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, it
Vincent
was.
Price. Ah, well,
I'm telling you right now, the
He had the
60s.
best laugh.
You got to think, like, Alfred Hitchcock was also another one, and he was actually the one that came up with the movie that still scares the shit out of her today,
Birds.
The Bird.
Birds. It's not that it scares the shit out of me. I just don't go outside after watching it for a while.
So on that note, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up, though, because we've hit that time of the night, and we still got a whole nother whatever long. I mean, I can go on about horror movies all night, all day, and I am going to push forth very hard for next Tuesday, and, well, in the near Tuesdays. I even showed her, I've actually been in contact with one of the very first shows we did. Actually, I think it was the very first show we talked about Mr. Kevin Tenay.
Yes. Yes, it was.
And believe it or not, I've actually been in, we message back and forth every now and then, in posts.
Yeah.
but he responds just about every time. So I mean, I'm gonna take it from these guys right here. They they figured out the secret of getting these, you know, independent or, you know, some of these big names or former big name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it on our own, but I think we're gonna figure it out at some point. And I would love to sit down because I tell you what, have you sat down and watched any of those movies from that night?
No,
You have not watched Witchboard,
I have
Witch
not
Trap,
had.
Night of the Demons,
I am sorry.
1, 2, or 3.
Had not.
You don't have Tubi.
No, I don't have Tubi.
Lies.
I don't have Tubi.
Everybody has
Hold on.
Tubi.
No.
Oh,
We do
good.
not.
You get the stank eye on this one. Oh, she gave it right back. Well, this I can. All of a sudden, this room is cold. So on that note, again, horror movies. At some point we're gonna have to actually get some action movies, comedies.
One point, yeah. Well, and while we're thinking about Last Shot and stuff, next Tuesday, what is it? What are we running with?
Oh, wait. She's smiling. She's smiling. You've got a mic.
got a
Let's hear it.
kitty cat.
Oh, she's turning it on. Sorry, I usually pick on her at this point.
We gotta get kitty cat.
Oh, yeah.
Comedies, do's or don'ts.
Do's or don'ts?
What do you mean by do's or don'ts?
Some people qualify or classify one as a comedy and some do not. So which do you feel is an actual true comedy?
Like you laugh at Gremlins. I wouldn't take that as a flipping comedy, but you know, you find.
Well, bear in mind, I also laughed my ass off on the very first Texas Chainsaw. It was so horrible. And even had a bigger laugh in the second one, but loved that one more because it seemed a lot more sinister. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Okay. What's a comedy? What's not a comedy? What's funny? What's not? Is that where you're going?
It goes along with our saying for our show.
Ah.
Everything.
Yes, we're not there yet. When my hand goes up, here's you wrestling fans. Your mouth goes quiet. That's the Miz.
Yes.
The king of like.
I'm. It's just me.
Hot flashes.
All I know is I better have lost 10 pounds. Just saying.
You know what I love about watching this? I mean, here I guarantee you, there's a movie you haven't seen.
There's another, and I forgot to bring this up when Jem was on. There is another scary movie called Jennifer. She watched it and she's like, "Oh my God, I have yet to watch it yet." But
Jennifer's Body, Jennifer 8. There's so many movies with Jennifer in it.
really?
Yeah.
Didn't realize.
Jennifer's
that.
Body had Fox.
Fox.
Jennifer Fox? No. Samantha Fox. No, that's singer.
The one off of Transformers.
Yes.
I
Wow,
know.
we call ourselves movie moguls.
I have never called myself that. I'm learning along the way.
Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. I was probably right the first time, but
You're probably right. Oh,
we'll do this. Transformers part. No, that's party supplies.
oh.
So, anyways, guys, Megan Fox. Hey, we were getting there. And Shia LaBeouf.
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 The boofer.
So that being said, folks, this has been our Tuesday night Reel-Flix and Chill. All over the place. Always fun, always unpredictable.
Reel-Flix and sweat. Just say it.
Tomorrow night is our Wednesday night open bar. We got our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots. Chances are you're not going to see us Sunday except in a lot of videos, so hopefully I was able to kind of convince you guys for the fair this Sunday.
We do have a party on Saturday, so I'm not sure.
Well, good. Then we can all just walk around the fair, chill. It's not gonna be a huge.
I got a lot of work that I'm not doing on Saturday, but I have to get done on Sunday. I know. I'm going to wipe my sweat on you again. You're welcome, Spotify. Get away from me.
What, you ever piss you off, just lick your finger, wipe it right underneath their nose. That smell of spit will be there for hours.
You. Suck shit through too, I'm telling you.
So anyways,
you need
yes.
A shot? What do you need a shot
We will be
of?
back here, surprise me. We will be back Monday night for our Monday night bartender, and apparently next week, bring your comedy. What counts as a comedy, what doesn't? I like it. Kitty Cat, you got it? Last shot for the night? That means hello.
He says hello.
Do you have a last shot for the night?
I was thinking once upon a midnight dreary,
As I ponder, weep and weary.
and then a rapping
No, you just
I'm a
can't.
tapping at my chamber door.
Pondering of past
Oh,
Lamore.
wait. What do you got?
Switch it hit the fan duck.
Oh,
Wow.
I know.
Everybody's just like all over the place, even though tickets are not a good thing. We never even touched on
Be proud
Tesla.
of yourself. That is my last. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of whatever you're doing in life. Be proud of just being you. Don't be proud of yourself.
I'll tell you what, before I do mine, let's do a quick shout out to our official sponsor. That will be MLH Distillery, located right here in Grove City, Pennsylvania. Again, the hours of operation are Fridays, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Blah, 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 blah.
Saturdays, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Guys, all the awesome bottles you see on your screen, you see at the bar, you can purchase right there at MLH Distillery and at MLHDistillery.com. You can also find them on Facebook. Another quick shout out to Snap-on Tools, the premier selection in automotive tools. So that was quickly done. Doesn't have to be perfect, gorgeous.
All I can say is be glad that I put deodorant on.
Is it really that? I mean, even with a fan?
It's just me.
Do I smoke them? Kaylin actually got me this for Father's Day. Big serious. Smell it.
Blech.
Smell it. Smell it. Smell it.
Okay. It smells nice.
She
I was afraid that you were going to be like,
do something dumb now.
yeah. And that noise was like squishing my nose and sweaty.
For those of you on TikTok, we are heading there directly next. If you hear a strange noise, guys, don't go and investigate. Do not drink or do drugs. Do not have sex. And never say you'll be right back. That's how you survive a horror movie.
Don't open the door for anyone.
There are good ships, there are wood ships, there are ships that sail the sea, but the best ships are friendships. And may they always be. Again, guys, we are heading to TikTok directly next. Everything we say on this show is just our opinion, but then again,
It could just be the alcohol talking.
I need a moment. You're notorious. You guys have a good night. We'll see you very soon. See ya.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot Podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again,